Beginning, the final moments. I died on Zereth 9. Not in a slow, painful way. Not even in a heroic way. Just dead. 1 second I was piloting a mining freighter through the asteroid belt. The next, a collapsing rock formation crushed the hull, and my life flickered out like a candle snuffed by the wind. I should have stayed dead. Everyone should have left me there. My name would have been another entry in the galactic casualty logs, another life erased in the endless expanse of space. But when I opened my eyes, I wasn't in darkness. I was on a floating platform bathed in soft, silver light. The air smelled faintly of ozone and something floral I didn't recognize. I was lying on an ethereal surface, metallic but almost organic, that pulsed beneath my hands. My body, it felt real again. And above me, hovering like a vision from a dream, was her. An alien woman. She was tall, ethereal, with translucent skin that shimmered faintly under the silver light. Her eyes were pools of violet, glowing softly. And she was crying. Real tears, sliding down her cheeks, sparkling as they fell toward me. You're awake, she whispered. Her voice sounded like wind chimes over water. I tried to sit up. My mouth moved, but no words came. She touched my chest gently, and warmth spread through me, knitting together the broken edges of my body. I realized I hadn't just been hurt. I had died. And somehow, by some miracle or some alien technology, I had been brought back. Who are you? I croaked. Her tears flowed faster. I am Myriath. I am why you live. The words didn't make sense. Why would an alien be crying over me? Why would I still be alive? I tried to understand, but the questions vanished in the tide of emotion she radiated. She seemed desperate. The revelation. Myriath guided me from the platform into a chamber filled with glowing flora that pulsed with light like miniature suns. The walls weren't walls. They were alive, like the ship or structure itself breathed in sync with her heartbeat. This place, what is it? I asked. She knelt beside me, placing both hands over mine. It is a vessel, a living ship, and you are bound to it now. Bound? I died, I said, still trying to wrap my head around this. I shouldn't even be here. Her violet eyes brimmed with more tears. That is why I cried. Why? Because you should have been gone forever, she whispered. And yet, the ship chose you. You carry a spark inside you, a resonance that it recognizes. The same spark my people tried to protect for millennia. I blinked. Spark? Resonance? You're losing me. She exhaled slowly. You are a harbinger, not just a man. Something far more than that. You were supposed to die, but fate, or the ship, decided differently. She moved back and activated a floating holographic panel. Stars appeared, galaxies rotating in ghostly patterns. She pointed to a point of light on the edge of the Tarsa system. That, she said, is where the Dominion fleet is amassing. They seek to destroy this vessel and anyone who carries its secret. I swallowed hard. And the secret is me? She nodded. Yes. Your life. Your spark. Without it, the ship cannot awaken fully. Without the ship, the galaxy will fall into tyranny. I wanted to argue. I wanted to say, I'm just a miner. I'm not a hero. But the image of Zereth 9's crushing rocks flashed in my mind. Death had already chosen me once, and now it seemed to have given me another chance. One with responsibility. I don't know if I can do this, I admitted. Myriath knelt beside me, her fingers brushing against my cheek. I do not ask you to be brave. Only to let the ship guide you. I stared at her. Something in her expression shattered me. Fear, hope, desperation. She had wept over me, for me, as though my very existence had become the axis upon which the universe tilted. The chase. The Dominion fleet. We boarded the living vessel. The ship's corridors seemed to bend around me, responding to my presence. Holographic interfaces glimmered, inviting me to touch them. The ship's energy pulsed in sync with my heartbeat. "We have to leave," Myriath urged. "They'll be here any moment." I took the pilot's cradle, and the vessel hummed. Not like an engine, not like a machine, like it recognized me. My spark resonated with its core. The ship seemed alive, aware, sentient. Outside, the Dominion fleet emerged from the nebula like an ocean of steel and fire. Ships blocked every escape corridor. I felt panic rising. "Can we outrun them?" I asked. Myriath shook her head. "They know where you are. They will follow. We must awaken the ship fully, or we die." I closed my eyes and let instinct take over. The vessel pulsed, the corridors lighting my way. It responded to thoughts, feelings, the tiniest flicker of emotion. With Myriath guiding me, we dove into hyperspace corridors the Dominion had no hope of predicting. Yet they pursued. They always pursued. The ship chooses me. It was during the battle over the Tarsa Belt that I realized the truth. The ship didn't just respond to me. It chose me. It anticipated the Dominion fleet's moves, weaving through asteroid fields, shifting matter around us to form shields, even bending light to cloak us. Myriath's eyes were wide as she watched. It has never done this before, not for anyone. "Why me?" I asked. She shook her head. "Because you are one of the lost. Your bloodline carries the resonance of the Arindal, ancient beings who could interface with technology as if it were alive. That is why you survived. That is why the ship cried for you." I could feel it, the vessel thrumming beneath my hands, alive, singing, mourning, and rejoicing all at once. It had been waiting for me, guarding me even before I knew I existed. The climax, the Dominion falls. The Dominion fleet made their final strike on the asteroid stronghold. Hundreds of ships, thousands of soldiers, and an energy cannon the size of a moon. The ship pulsed. Energy veins glowed across its surface. A single thought resonated in my mind. Protect her. Protect the universe. I didn't question it. I moved my hands over the crystalline interface. The ship expanded, unleashing a wave of energy that tore through the Dominion's formation. Ships exploded midair, missiles disintegrated, and their massive cannon collapsed in a wave of pure light. Myriath screamed, not in fear, but in awe. "The vessel, it's you now," she said. And I understood. The ship had waited for the right pilot, for the one who could awaken its full power. I hadn't chosen it. It had chosen me. The resolution, a life reborn. When the battle ended, silence fell across the void. The Dominion fleet had been destroyed. Systems realigned. The galaxy shifted as if acknowledging a new order. I floated in the pilot's seat, stunned, exhausted, alive. Myriath knelt beside me again. "You survived because of me?" I asked. Her hand brushed against mine. "No. I survived because of you. And because the ship trusted you." I looked at her. Her tears had stopped. She smiled softly. There was relief, pride, and something deeper, something I couldn't name. "You're crying again," I said, half laughing. "Because you lived," she whispered. "And because the galaxy will see hope again." I realized then, my life had ended on Zerath 9. And yet, it had begun again. Not as a minor, not as a nobody, but as someone who mattered, as someone chosen by forces beyond comprehension. I turned to look at the stars stretching before us. And for the first time in my life, I felt the weight of destiny and the freedom to embrace it. Mirieth placed a hand on my shoulder. The galaxy will need us.
But for now, rest.
You've earned it. I exhaled. For the first time since the rocks crushed me, I smiled. I was alive. And somehow it was because she had cried over me,